Are you one of those soulpreneurs that doesn't like to talk about money? I'm telling you that has to change, because one of the most important things you can do for your self-care is remember that money really does matter. For the best advice on self-care and personal empowerment, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to get notified when I release a new video every Thursday. Look, just because you're a soulpreneur that's doing heart and soul-based work doesn't mean you don't deserve to have a financially stable, thriving life. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. I would argue that in order to show up as your best self for yourself and for others, this is a piece of the equation that really does deserve some attention. I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for cultivating your own financial sustainability, one that keeps you feeling centered and in alignment with your truth. Tip number 1, get to know your money story. As I just mentioned, all of us have a story about money and finances. My story, for the longest time, I was convinced that I would always be in debt, that I would always be renting an apartment, and that I would be living paycheck to paycheck, never having enough to retire and never having anything in savings. And guess what? Because that was my story, this is while I was living in Chicago, because that was my story, I was fulfilling it every single month. When I started to shift my story, when I started to realize that I had that story playing and that did not have to be my reality, I started shifting how I was thinking about things. So, first things first, understand your money story and understand how you want that story to change. The second tip I have for you, be honest about where you are financially right now. Get clear on where your finances are. Are you happy with where they are? Do you think you could be doing better? Do you have an idea of where your finances are at all? I know some of us have done everything we could do to avoid looking at our money situation. You know, money is very charged. It can be scary to look at these things. It can be overwhelming. I don't want it to be any of those things for you. This is just a process where you're going to look at where things are. Look at how much you have in your checking account. Do you have a savings account? How much are you carrying in cash? Do you have a lot of credit cards? So what is your money landscape? And just take some time to write everything down that you can think of. You know, what's available to you, what's not available to you, how much debt do you have, how much do you have in savings? We're just getting a really clear picture right now of what our financial situation looks like. Tip number 3, it's time to budget. If you don't have a budget, there are a number of resources out there that can get you started. Or if you're looking to change things up, so if you've been budgeting but you kind of gotten off track with it, there are so many options out there for things that can help you. There's always good old-fashioned pen and paper. You can set up your own budget in a spreadsheet. There are online programs that you can use. I use a program called You Need a Budget. It's called YNAB, Y-N-A-B. I'll include a link for that below. I'm not an affiliate, but I believe in the system. It's worked for me and for my family. There's also Mint. There are a number of options out there for you. So find something that's going to resonate with you and then start to create a budget. You're going to want to be tracking all of your expenses and all of your income. When you do that, it's going to help you assess, am I living within my means or am I living outside of my means? Do I have money that I can save? Is there a way for me to accelerate my debt payment plan? I want you to feel empowered in this process. So knowing that there are choices out there in terms of systems you can use to create your budget, choosing one that fits you, your lifestyle, your approach, and then being consistent with it creates a sense of control. And again, when we're paying attention to our finances, when we're doing this process of budgeting, this is showing ourselves some love and care. taking care of our budget, taking care of our finances, it's taking care of ourselves. I want to know, do you already have a budget? Tell me what you're using in the comments below. I'm always looking for different resources that I can share with my clients. Tip number 4 is to ask yourself, am I earning what I deserve? It's a big question. And this is a question that can bring up a lot of different stuff. It brings up, ideas about self-worth. It brings up past money story. But you need to be looking at your budget. You need to be looking at where you want to go financially and asking yourself, is your current situation affording you the lifestyle you deserve and desire? If these things are not aligned, starting to take steps to position yourself and get to a place where you can start earning what it is you feel you deserve for the work that you're manifesting in the world. Okay, so you're clear on your money story. You know where you are financially. You got your budget going. You've assessed if you're earning what you think you're worth. Tip number 5, set some goals. Whether your goal is to pay off debt, to earn a certain amount, to save up for something, to be manifesting a certain price point for the services that you offer in the world, whatever your goals are, I want you to get crystal clear. Write them down, post them somewhere, make them visible so that you know what it is you're working toward. When my husband and I were in the process of paying off all of our debt, we actually taped a debt thermometer to the side of our refrigerator. Our refrigerator was very visible. Anybody who walked into our home could see it. We got lots of questions. And the great thing about having something visible is that it held us accountable. So do yourself a favor. Get crystal clear on what those goals are you have for your financial well-being, and then make a reminder to yourself so that you hold yourself accountable on a regular basis to making those goals happen. To support you looking at your finances, I've created a helpful guide that you can access using the link below. I know that talking about money and finances can be scary. It can even feel a little bit overwhelming. So if you're feeling a little bit anxious about looking at your finances, starting a budget, dealing with your money matters, I want you to check out my recent video where I share my favorite strategy for overcoming anxiety and overwhelm. I'll include a link for that below. Remember, talking about your money, working through your money story, looking at your finances, it's all a process of self-care. And we only become truly empowered when we take care of ourselves. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends who could use a little help with their money matters as well. Stay ignited out there, and I will see you soon.